So here's a video of my garden and the plans I have for it over the coming years. First of all, as you go out the back doors, you've got a large stone patio which leads on to a little brick work area and a tropical bed. Further down you've got the main lawn with the compost heaps to the left. You've got a sweeping border to the left which will be tree ferns, palms and bamboos. And then you've got the lawn that continues with a kids play area. And further down you've got my jabea bed and lots of other beds that I've started digging behind. And then you've got a greenhouse at the far end, and then you've got the fields beyond that with the cows in. So let me show you the plans that I have for the garden. So the garden, I've measured it out and it's 8.6 metres wide by 41.5 metres long. So the patio area will remain the same size with the carriage to the left of it. Then you've got the paving area as it is, but the tropical bed that I have this year will be an evergreen bed, so it looks good all year round from the house. Compost bins to the side. I'm going to put a greenhouse and a vegetable patch on the right hand side, providing I can cut back the big conifer hedge, which will allow space for this. In front of that I'll have a screen which will protect the greenhouse from footballs and things like that, which I'll just put like runner beans up every year, so it's shady in summer but it's lots of light in winter when the plants need it, when they'll be in there. So loads of plants in my shady-ish bed. It's not too shady, it's sun till about 2 o'clock in summer, but it is shady most of winter and for the afternoons. So a flower bed on the right hand side. This is keeping quite simple, this first part of the garden, and it's very distinct from the second half of the garden. So in the second half of the garden there'll be a stream running across the full width of the garden, and it'll look like it carries on into next doors. Could it be surrounded by gunneras either side, another marsh, wet loving plants like swamp lilies. And on the other side of the stream, where the two footbridges goes across it, there'll be like a musabaju, a forest, all across there, lots of musabaju, right across, and then in the middle between the two paths there'll be a large yellow bamboo, and this will screen off the second part of the garden, which is made up of a series of decking walkways. So because the soil's pretty, well, it's got 8 inches of decent heavy soil and then it's pure clay, drainage is very poor, I'm doing raised beds, so they're 30 centimetres high, and then these decking paths will be flush with the top of the raised beds, so it looks like they're all on a level. So I've got the jabea bed in the middle, and there's going to be some sort of just summer only plants either side of that, so I can go for big foliage plants like cannas and bananas. And then we move on. I've got 2 arid beds, it'll be full of cacti, succulents, agaves, aloes. Further tropical beds further on with some palm trees. And then on the right hand side you'll notice there's one long walkway that'll go from the start of this area right to the end. I've done that because that'll be over where the roots of the conifers are, so the soil's really poor and dry down there. So if I put a walkway on that side, I make good use of that space. And the final area of the garden is a bit more wild. It's going to be a big swathe of trachycarpus palms going across the gardens, and then further on lots of bamboos, and just to the left of the walkway on the right hand side of the garden will be a long line of bamboos. It'll be sort of like a stepping stone style path around this area. It's yet to be decided the final details, but it's going to look a bit more wild. And finally at the end you've got a tree house which will be raised a couple of metres off the ground, so you can look back over the garden. You can also look forward towards the fields at the beyond to see the cows and the natural environment beyond. And the two areas either side are going to have eucalyptus trees, more bamboos, and a little seating area as well. I'll probably use the area under the tree house as a bit of a storage area, because my garage is not large, so hopefully I'll get some space to use under there. And finally, at the very edge will be a hawthorn hedge, which will keep out the cows, give some sort of protection from the wind as well in winter. So there you are, that's the plans for the garden. Let's see how it gets on over the next couple of years, because it's going to take me that long to get the main structure sorted. Wish me luck, and I'll keep you informed all the way.